Alright, hey, this is Vic here. I'm going to do a little quick thing here about the basics of E-tuning. I've already started posting a couple little videos, and I realize that I'm assuming everyone knows what E-tuning is, and most likely not everyone does. So anyway, let me explain it to you best I can. E-tuning is an open chord when the guitar is not fingered. It's the best way to describe it. It's very common for blues. It's just another way of playing the guitar, and I think it really brings out the beauty of the guitar and the sound and the resonance of the guitar. But basically, let's start on the bottom. I'm going to explain to you. It's as if, here's an E chord, and that's the same sound as if you're in regular tuning and you were fingering it with your finger here, you know, like a regular E chord. Here's what it sounds like. Which is terrible, of course, because it's already in that position. So we have E on the bottom, B, or two steps up from A, E again, which is two steps up from when it's normally D, and then on the G string you go up a half step, which would be here, if you weren't tuned, which is the third. B, those are unchanged. So you have a chord. And the beauty of this is you get the full sound of a chord without fingering, of course. Very nice. And this is very popular for blues players, like I said. I play quite a bit of blues on it, but I also like to play other songs on it, which is kind of what my whole lessons are going to be about. And I hope you enjoy them. So, if this is the root, an E, it's important to know a few other chords. If you just move up one fret, you get E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, or A flat, A, etc. So if you're playing a simple song and would have three chords, like You're My Sunshine, say, you'd be going like, You're my sunshine, only sunshine, be happy when skies are gray. You'll never know your simple A, but you, please don't take my sunshine away. But you can also finger them down here, and this is really important when you're playing chords, is you just got to kind of figure out, look at the notes and figure out, like, you know, what are the notes of a chord, and finger accordingly. You just adjust your fingering. So in A, the notes in an A chord, which is the 4 chord of E, would be A, C sharp, and E, which would normally be fingered like that. You know, like this, one here, one there, like an A chord, or like that if you were like, we can't do that, so I'm just going to explain to you what I do here. A C sharp would be on the B string, which is an A, I guess, really down on the second string. You just add this. There's a C sharp, 2 frets up. You've already got an E here. Already got an E there. This would be the A. And another C sharp would be on the B right here. So here you go. C sharp, open E. So you can see I'm just figuring out what the notes are and compensating on the fingering. So let's say a B chord, that would be B, D sharp, and F sharp. So normally you'd make a B like this, but because the A string already is a B, it's a B there. Now you can't get a D sharp here, so you can get the F sharp, which should be right here. And here's a B, another B above it. And there's a B. And that's just figuring out where the notes are. B7 would be like that. So these are just basic things that you need to know. Let's talk about, if you're in a different position, we're going to be doing sleepwalk in C. Let's talk about C. There's C, there's F, and there's G, and here's D. Now, for the F, or the 4 chord, you can also get it up here using these, the C, the there's a C here on the 8th fret, and there's an F right there. Normally the F would be there, but because it's a half step up, there's the A. So now on your 3rd finger is the A note for the F. Now if you want F minor, you would flatten that to there. E major, minor, very pretty. The other minor form would be, let's say D minor. Here's D. You have D on the 10th fret, F sharp, A, D. Well, to make a minor, you have to flatten the 3rd, which is F sharp, which is this note. So you want to get it there to F natural. So I cover this one with these two, the D and the A, and I put the F natural there, and I just reach over with my 3rd finger and get to D. So here's D major, D minor. Major. So C, D, D minor, F, which would be like this, and if you move it up, you get G. G. That's F, F minor. Those are the main chords that you use. It might be a little fast, and I'm sorry for moving that fast, but that's basically an intro to it. Now, as far as slide, I use a slide like this. It's a Dunlop. It's very thick. If you can see, here's like a regular slide. I like the big, heavy sound of this, the weight it gives, especially for vibrato. I like it. I also put it on my 4th finger, so I can do these little chords in front. As far as technique goes, slide technique, you want to not touch all the strings if you're playing a single note. I kind of bend this up. Big, nice full chord. Let's see. I have the action on my guitar down here. It's about the thickness of 2 dimes. If you take 2 dimes like this, and I have 2 dimes right here, and I can just kind of slide them in here. It just touches. That's about how high my action is. Obviously, you don't want your action too low because it'll blunt out. I use strings. I use heavy on top, light on the bottom. Like up on the E string, I have 13, 17 on the B, 22 unwound, and then I have 20. Essentially these are like medium or heavy gauge tops. The bottom I have like Fender rock and rolls, and that's for as we get further into it, I'll show you. That's so you can bend those strings and get it like a funky sound, which is like 26 on the D, 36 on the A, and 46 there. So that's the basic explanation of what the idea we'll be using as we get into the first tune, Sleepwalk. Now I do want to mention that I'm going to be doing a series of these. Please leave some feedback, subscribe to my YouTube channel, at least comment, because I'm just want to see how much interest I get in what I'm doing here. So that's a little basic intro, and go to Sleepwalk number 1.